How are you? I'm doing well, thank you so much. It must be my 2 o'clock appointment. Okay, perfect. And please don't mind how we dress around here. We're always on vacation time. Okay, so based off of our emails and phone calls, I hear that you are going to Fort Lauderdale, little Florida vacation. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, I have a lot of information here for you, and I'm here to answer any of your questions. I know the area pretty well myself. So, I just want to ask, before, you did not mention anything about booking any hotels, flights, transportation, any of that. Is that something you've already taken care of, or would you like to look into that today? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So, you just want to kind of find some places and things to do so that you have options on what you can do on the day-to-day. Okay, so if you don't mind, I do just want to take down your flight and your hotel and your transportation information. That will kind of make it easier for me to pick out some of the things that might be more local to you and more efficient for your specific stay, okay? Okay, perfect. So, can you tell me a little bit information about your flights, the dates, everything like that, the hotel, transportation? Okay. Okay, gotcha. And that is on the 17th, you said? And what time is that flight? Okay. Perfect. And what would you say about, did it say how long the flight would be? Probably about 3 hours, 15 minutes-ish. Okay. Now, when you arrive, are you getting a rental car from there or from an outside institution? Okay. Perfect. Okay. And do you have a time for that? Okay. Perfect. And lastly, the hotel. Okay. And the check-in at 4 p.m. Now, one last thing is the flight back. I need the date for that, and as well as the time. And if you're switching airlines or anything. Okay. And that's a layover? Okay, gotcha. Layover. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. This is very important for me to know so I can help you fully. So, I'm gonna have that off to the side just so I can reference that. Now, before we kind of get into everything, I want to ask more about your preferences. Let me take out my computer just so I want to take a few notes here. We are going to come back to these in just a moment. Okay, so I need to get some information that will help me to find what is most suited best for you and your family, if you are going with family. So that is my first question actually, is how many are traveling, what are the age groups? Okay. Okay. So it's you and your family and your best friend and her family. Okay. And how many of you are there total? 9? 4 adults, 5 kids? And what are the age ranges of the kids? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like middle school, early high school age. And 1 at the end of elementary. Okay. Perfect. Now, what kind of activities are you looking to do? Are you looking to do some fun adventures activities? Are you looking to eat good food? Do you want to do water sports, things of that nature? Or do you want to stay away? If some of you maybe get seasick, don't like being on the water, maybe we can stay away from the water-based activities. Okay. Stay with the, you want to do water-based activities? Okay. And some really good restaurants. Sure. Yes, they have done a lot with the area. I will kind of explain more about Fort Lauderdale just in total, but before then, I do just want to ask about the food, about the restaurants that you would like to go to. I know kids can be picky sometimes. Are you looking for places that are kid-friendly? Are we looking for nice places, maybe a mix of both? A mix of both. Perfect. And what was your reason for coming to Fort Lauderdale? Okay. It is a wonderful beach destination, I can assure you. Now, are you planning on staying pretty local to the hotel and where you are, or would you take a day trip to Miami or take a day trip to West Palm Beach and do stuff around that area, or do we want to stay a little more focused on the Fort Lauderdale greater area? Okay. So you do want to stay more towards Fort Lauderdale, but if you go a little outside, then that's okay. But we don't want to be spending too much time outside. Okay, I get it. Okay, so thank you for that information. That definitely really does help me to find some stuff that would be really well suited for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these brochures and these magazines, booklets, and we're going to pick out some things that stick out to you, things that you think that your family and your best friend's family would be interested in, so that we can kind of jot down some ideas, and then I will go ahead and make you those appointments over the course of the next few weeks and kind of finalize your schedule. But today is more about brainstorming and getting the gist of what we want to do, and then if you give me the liberty, I will go ahead and, like I said, book the reservations, book your appointments, your activities, and we can talk about how I want it spaced and everything. But this is kind of just to get a brief idea of what we want to be doing on your trip, okay? Perfect. So let me just set this aside briefly, okay? And we're going to go through the details of what we have in front of us, okay? Okay, so let's go through the brochures and these magazines. Now, right off the bat, do any of these stick out more particularly to you? Yeah, let's go over that for sure. Okay. And then while we are going through this, I am going to write down some things that are popping out at you, okay? Just pop these in here. Okay. I'm going to write down some of the things that are really popping out at you. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. Now, this kind of goes through the contents. Now, we're just going to gently flip through these pages, and if you see anything that you like, please let me know, and then we will talk about it a little more and see if that's something that you would like to do. Yes, they actually already did the St. Patrick's Day parade, yes. This is the 47th annual Riverwalk International Food Festival. This is going to be on March 22nd, so you will actually be there during this time. Now, this might be a good idea for you because not only does it help to kind of celebrate, like it says down here, South Florida's global culinary offerings. And let me tell you, there is a lot of different things you can find. There's a lot of different ethnic kind of foods down there. And there's something for everyone because of that. There's a lot of options and a lot of ways to explore new food. And there's food for every palate, every age group, etc. So I think this would be something really cool for you because not only can you kind of bounce around from food hut to food hut, but it's in a park. You're able to walk around, see the nice surroundings, and it's from 12 to 4, so it gives you a really adequate range and a really wide range of times so that you don't have to be super specific on the times that you go, leave, etc. Is this something that you think that you would be interested in at all? Yeah? Okay. So we're just going to jot that down. Okay. Let's continue. These are just some real estate ads. Even though these don't really apply to you, it's still nice to kind of look at everything because there are some beautiful apartment spaces and places for sale actually. So Noon Tunes, new location at Lara Ward Plaza. Free concert series, okay. That is now through March 26th. Does this look like something that you're interested in? Yes, so it's only on Wednesdays. No, you're okay? Beautiful, right? Yes, this is actually currently being built. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Right on Las Olas Boulevard. Very central location. some more residences. This is actually in the same park. It is a barbecue feast. Yes, sorry, barbecue feast. But it is actually going to be when you aren't going to be there. But hopefully we can find some good restaurants for you to go to, so you won't be missing out. Okay. Now this just kind of goes over some things you can do in the spring during your trip. Okay. See anything here? See here they have the annual spring extravaganza. That's pretty cool. It does seem like that's going to be more in April, so I don't think that really fits your timeline, unfortunately. Broadway, Fort Lauderdale, Broward Center. Okay, so let's see if there's anything that's going to be while you are there. Looks like Hell's Kitchen from Alicia Keys. That is actually going to be on the 22nd as well, the same day of the food festival that we have you interested in. Is that something that you would be keen to? Sure, let's jot it down, of course. Okay, let's continue. So they do have some really cool offerings here. This is a boat that you can eat a meal on. Now, as a group of 9, this would be pretty fun because I do know that you like water and that you are not opposed to being on boats at all. This would be something that would be really fun for the entire group of people, that everyone can do together. Is this something that you could see yourselves doing? Yeah? Okay. Let's write it down. So here's about some food trucks, which is really interesting. Now, we do have a lot of places for food trucks down here in Fort Lauderdale. Now, here are some that I can mention to you. Chef Jimmy Dean's Chuck Wagon. We have the Beachside Blends. We have Tropical Oasis Express. We have GNS Seafood Express, Garden Diva, and Wontons on Wheels. Okay, and then up here we do have the Greek by Chef Alex. Okay, and these are all very, very good. And if you see them around, I would definitely recommend to go to one. Now, do you and the adult like to drink coffee? Okay, so we do have a list of some really good and popular coffee shops in the local Fort Lauderdale area. So we do have here the Imperial Moto Cafe, and this is going to be in Oakland Park, a little bit outside of where you're staying. We have the Wells Coffee Company. This is in Flagler Village in Fort Lauderdale. It is a really nice walkable area if that is interesting to you. We have Circle House Coffee. This is going to be in Fort Lauderdale as well. We have Express Coffee. This is in Fort Lauderdale as well. And then we have Spuds, and this is a really cool place too. If I'm being completely honest, I would say based on your location, the Wells Coffee Company is in a really great spot. They also have some really good cafe items for food, and it is in a really walkable area. Now, Fort Lauderdale, there's some areas that aren't as walkable, maybe some that are a little less, a little more run down, I should say. But the Flagler Village area is very walkable. There you have a bunch of shops around. It's also very clean and safe there, so I would highly recommend that if you try any, the Wells Coffee Company would be a great idea, as well as Spuds. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's jot those two down. Are you interested in this literary feast at all? No? Okay. Now this is kind of all about the events that are going to be happening. So I do just want to find the dates that you are going to be there. Okay, so the annual Riverwalk International Food Festival, we already have that down. Hakuna Matata, a family celebration. So this is going to be at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. It's going to be a really nice show. Is that something that you are interested in? I know that could be definitely good for the kids. A little too young for them? Okay, no problem. I see Andy Grammer is actually coming to town. The Electric Light Orchestra Experience. That's also at the Center for Performing Arts. That? Yes, okay, perfect. So, noon tunes, we said no on that. We have music. So this pineapple jam is actually located in the historic Stranahan House Museum. So this is a historical house that you can tour. It's right here in Fort Lauderdale in downtown. Okay, and it looks like they are having a little celebration there, which is actually kind of cool. This is on the 29th, okay? Is that something that you would be interested in? And then you can also tour the facility as well. Okay. and I think everything else is after you leave, so, okay. Okay, so here's some interesting information, kind of what is ongoing in the greater Fort Lauderdale area. So we do have Fort Lauderdale Segway tours. We have guided museum tours. We have interpretive walks and tours. The market at the Loop. Okay, these are some really cool things. We have story time in the garden. Sensory friendly Sunday. At the river walk, we have cycle party tours, which is really, really cool. We have paddle pub tours, which is really good for the adults. We also have bike tours, bike rentals, and mini Mind Arena. Yes, and Mind Arena games. That sounds really good for your age group. And then for the adults, I definitely would recommend the paddle pub tours. Are you planning on doing family events the entire time, or are you going to be going out and, you know, having your kids babysit? Okay, yeah, but only like 1 or 2 of the days. Okay, gotcha. So let's write down the paddle pub tours. And the Mind Arena games. You like this? Okay, well let me write that down. Maybe I can find something for you. Okay, so we went through this magazine. Now let's move on to the other one, and then we can go through the brochures, and then we can kind of sort through and see what things you 100% want to do and some things that you want to do if you can fit it in. Perfect, let's do that. Okay. This is going to tell us a lot about restaurants and things to do. So we have a new supper club open. Lots of advertisements for places to live, places to stay. As you can see, all these places are just absolutely gorgeous. So this is a new restaurant that just opened up. They do have a few locations, but the Fort Lauderdale one is relatively new. This is Kalou's, okay? And it is a little bit different, a little bit more higher end. If that's something that you are interested in, it is right on the water, as you can see here. People do ride their boats up right to the restaurant. Yeah, let's write it down. Now this, only for adults, this is the rooftop at 1 West Las Olas. Now it does have more high-end items, more craft cocktails, but it is a really cool place and the view is phenomenal. I will say that it is not kid-friendly. Yeah, just in case. So So over the past 2 years or so, they have done a lot of changes to Fort Lauderdale. There is a lot more really nice restaurants. They've substituted out some ones that maybe weren't doing so well. Here's actually one of them. It's called Catch and Cut Seafood and Steak. I have actually been here myself and it is very good. It is on the higher end. However, if your kids do like steak or seafood, this is a great place to bring them. They also do have a lot of sushi options as well. It is family friendly, yes. Sure. And like I was saying, they have done a lot with the area. They have added a lot of rooftops to some of the restaurants, and they have upgraded, made things look a lot nicer, and there's a lot more to do now. So you're going at just the right time. Pirate Republic Seafood Restaurant. Can you just tell me anything that pops out at you here? I apologize, I'm reading this upside down so it doesn't look difficult. Okay. Now this is the Florida Derby. This is a really big thing. It does happen to be when you are going to be here. Is this something that may interest you? Okay. The Florida Derby, sure. This is a new restaurant, Moxie's. They have a really great happy hour. They have really nice options for all kinds of different cuisines, which is really cool. This is also in South Florida. It's the Da Vinci, an immersive art experience. Okay, this is really cool. It's very much so interactive and really cool for kids. So I really would actually recommend this if you're looking for something to do with the kids that's not outdoors. Okay, this just kind of goes over some important people, important places about Fort Lauderdale. So, as you can see here, we do have the Bonnet House Museum and Gardens. We have the History Fort Lauderdale here. We have the Jungle Queen Riverboat, which is really fun. You get on it and it kind of takes you around Fort Lauderdale. We also have the water taxi, which I know you had interest in. We have the Mai Kai, and also here the Stranahan House. Now I do have you put in for the Pineapple Jam at the Stranahan House. Are you looking for any more type of historical tours or no? Okay. But the Jungle Queen? Okay. The Jungle Queen interests you? No problem. Okay, let's continue. Here's more icons and classics here. Okay. Let's take a look. We have the Flamingo Gardens right here. We have Sawgrass Mills. Okay, nice, some shopping to do. Shooter's Waterfront, which is a very popular, nicer restaurant that's right on the water here. Okay. And we have the NSU Art Museum. Okay, That's the Nova Southeastern University. Okay. Now, do any of these interest you? Not particularly? Okay. Not a problem. Okay. Now, this does go through some other nice places around the city. Like we already mentioned, the Pirate Republic Seafood Restaurant. We have the Museum of Discovery and Science. That's right in downtown Fort Lauderdale. We have the Pelican Grand Beach Resort, and that's a place where you could also stay, but I know that we already have a hotel for you. We have the Fort Lauderdale Marriott Harbor Beach Resort and Spa. And you can go to the spa there. They have a wonderful spa. You don't have to be a hotel guest to be able to book an appointment there. We have the Las Olas Company / Riverside Hotel. That's right on Las Olas Boulevard. We have the Coopertown Everglades Airboat Tour and Restaurant. And then the Margarita Hollywood Beach Resort, okay? Oh yes, the Wharf is a really nice place if you want to go grab a few cocktails. It's really good happy hour. I wouldn't necessarily say this is meant for kids by any means. This is definitely more towards adults. It is a really fun place. I believe it is 21 plus as well, but it's a very, very popular place downtown, and it's right on the intercoastal there. You want to try? Yeah, no problem. Some more places to stay. Okay, so now we're going to go over some of the best beaches in the area, and some of these are going to be closer to you than others. So starting with the first one is Dania Beach. Now, Dania Beach is right next to Fort Lauderdale. It is more of a quieter beach than Fort Lauderdale Beach, which is actually right here at spot number 3. Dania Beach also has a restaurant. It has a quarter-deck restaurant. They serve, light seafood items and casual sandwiches, place like that. And you can go and eat there. It is a very nice and more private area. And we have Deerfield Beach. That's a little bit more out of your reach, so I wouldn't recommend traveling there on this specific trip. But then we do have Fort Lauderdale Beach. Now this is going to be right across from Las Olas Boulevard, perpendicular to it. And this is a very, very highly populated beach, although a really nice and clean one. Beautiful also, okay? We have Hollandale Beach. That's a little bit farther out of Fort Lauderdale. Hillsborough Beach, a little farther out. Hollywood Beach, this is right next to Dania Beach, okay? This actually does have a boardwalk. Not that it's raised, but it has a little area and there's a bunch of shops, places to eat, kind of a boardwalk kind of area, okay? We have the Hugh Taylor Birch State Park. Lauderdale by the Sea, which is, I want to say 15-20 minutes from Fort Lauderdale. It is nice. It's more of a borough type of feel at Lauderdale by the Sea. Still a lot of people around, so you definitely will see a lot of people. And then we have Pompano Beach here, okay? But for you, for this trip, I would recommend Dania Beach and Fort Lauderdale Beach, okay? Okay. This looks good to you? Yes, so if we see here, this is on 701 North Fort Lauderdale Beach Boulevard, okay? So it's gonna be right in a really convenient area for you. Do you want me to add this to your list? Okay, I agree with you, it looks fantastic. No, I've actually never been here before, but it does look great. Okay. Okay. It's more about Pompano Beach. This is a dining spotlight here, so we do have JB's on the beach, okay? As you can see, it says a little bit about it. So we have daily specials, we have weekday happy hour, live entertainment every day, we have a weekend breakfast at lunch menu, and private party packages. This is located in Deerfield Beach. Okay. Now we have Blue Moon Fish Company. This is in Lauderdale by the Sea. It is, like I said, a really fun and quainter area than Fort Lauderdale itself. This has fresh seafood and steaks, patio seating for dining, weekday happy hour specials, bottomless Sunday brunch, and boat docking available, so you can drive or ride a boat right up to the restaurant and you can dock it there. Yes, very cool. And this is the Cove. I'm not sure if we went over this or seen this yet, but this is a new cool spot. It's a waterfront and tiki bar. Okay. Yes, this is actually going to be in Deerfield Beach. No skip. Okay. We have in Fort Lauderdale the Riviera restaurant. And right on Las Olas Boulevard there in downtown, we do have Sky Thai Sushi, which is really good, really central. Okay. The sushi interests you? Mm-hmm. We have the water taxi again. Oh yes, this is actually right next to the wharf in downtown Fort Lauderdale. It's a really big statue. So this is actually an art and light festival. This is not going to be while you were there, unfortunately. This has already passed. Now this is a bunch of art and culture things to do around the area. So specifically in Fort Lauderdale, we can go over these few here. We have the Gold Coast Jazz Society, and they're going to present an array of jazz concerts in Broward throughout the year, featuring international artists, as well as outstanding local talent. We have the Museum of Discovery and Science, as I mentioned before. Okay. We have the Parker and Symphony of the Americas, which delights audiences with world-class performances of classical masterworks. As you can see, it's very beautiful, and this is a picture of what each of these things would look like. Okay. Oh yes, okay, so here we do have, this is in Hollandale Beach. I'm going to stay away from this right now, gear you more towards the area where you will be staying. So, have you heard of the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino? If you have not heard of it, then you probably have seen this picture. It is a very wonderful shaped building. It is a guitar in accordance with the Hard Rock, okay? And this is going to be a hotel, casino. There's a shopping mall inside. It's a really, really cool area. If you do like to gamble, I would recommend going here. They have a wide variety of slots, tables, high limits. They have a lot of wonderful things here, as well as shopping and many restaurants in there as well. Okay. I don't believe that kids can enter the casino section, but if they are young enough to be able to walk around in the mall section, then that's something that they can definitely do. You'll think about it? Okay. Now, these are special events. Let's see if there's any during the time that you're going to be there. Okay, here we have John Waite, the Golden Voice of Rock tour. We have Eliza, the Get Ready tour. We have Havasi. Okay. And we have Slow Burn Theater Company, Something Rotten, Broward Center. Okay, so while you're there, there's going to be the Flamingo Gardens photo contest, finalist exhibition, there will be the Flamingo Gardens photo contest finalist exhibit. Okay, let's see over here. Every first Monday, Food in Motion presents food trucks at Arts Park. Okay, every Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday at Dania Point. Okay. Like we mentioned before, the Florida Derby's on the 29th, okay? Wild Sea Loss. This is a restaurant right on the main strip, okay? Okay. Now, do you love dessert, and do your family and your best friend's family, do they love sweet treats? Okay, well, here is a list of some really fabulous places where you can get some dessert items, okay? So I know we already mentioned that you were interested in going to Colu's, and lucky for you, they do have a Going Bananas banana cake, and it is pictured here. It looks absolutely delicious. Okay, down here at Gigi's Waterfront, we do have chocolate hazelnut bar, and that looks absolutely decadent. We have the Moccatella Mousse from a Pirate Republic seafood restaurant. From Billy's Stone Crab, we have key lime pie. If you do like key lime pie, we have a lot of different key lime pies around this area because we are entering the land of tropicalness close to Key West, so you definitely will find some key lime pies around here. We have the coconut meringue cheesecake, and that is going to be from Shooter's Waterfront. From Trulux Ocean's Finest Seafood and Crab, we have the world-class carrot cake. And as you can see, it is multi-layered and has a wonderful, yummy caramel and cream cheese filling. We have the Opera Bar at S3 Restaurant. We have a butter cake dessert from JWB Prime Steak and Seafood. From New River Cafe and Bakery, we have the tiramisu chocolate cups. That looks fantastic. And then we have JB's homemade apple tart from JB's on the Beach. They all look amazing, don't they? Okay. Here's some more places to eat, okay? So just take a look and see if any would interest you. Okay, here is a lot of dining and nightlife places. Yes, Moxie's. That is actually a wonderful place that I have frequented myself. They have really good options for kids, but they also have really high-end options for adults as well. Now, Hell at the Moon is actually going to be more of a club than a restaurant. Okay, let's put you down for that then. Here are some more restaurants. Yes, it does go over a few of the ones that we have already covered. Yeah, so as you can see, this is more of a nightclub type of situation. We have a bunch of places for shopping. We have Chic Optique, the Coral Ridge Mall, Dania Point, which is a bunch of shops together. We have an optical store. We have the Galleria, Fort Lauderdale. And Las Olas Boulevard, you will find plenty of shops and things to do in terms of shopping. Now for activities and events, this is a good place to look for that. So we have the Blue Spring Adventures, we have the Bonnet House Museum and Gardens, Broward County Parks, Boucher Brothers Beach Management, Cooperstown Airboat Tours, and the Everglades Holiday Park. We also have Flamingo Gardens, the Frost Science Museum, History Fort Lauderdale, the Gulfstream Park, the Jungle Queen, and the Museum of Discovery and Science. Some of those which we have already mentioned that you were interested in. Yes, it's beautiful, I know. I think that is it for this specific magazine here. Now the only thing we have left are 2 brochures, okay? So let me just get those out for you. Okay. So which one would you like to go over first? The water taxi? Sure. Okay. So I'm going to try to read. I've been reading these upside down, so I'm so sorry if I've gotten anything wrong here. But this kind of goes over some of the information for the water taxi, as I have told you briefly about already. As you can see, they do boat tours, sunset cruises, private charters, and more. Okay? Make the most of your day on the waterway. So I'm just going to turn it sideways really quickly so that I can understand what I'm reading here. The best laid-back luxury experience in South Florida. Sightsee along 30-plus stops from Hollywood to Fort Lauderdale and Pompano Beach. Experience Greater Fort Lauderdale the way it's meant to be, from the water. Enjoy refreshing drinks and cocktails, covered boats, and bathrooms on board. Extend your vacation with pre- and post-cruise excursion. Okay? They also do hold luggage. Make the most of your day. Okay, so they have an all-day pass. Now this does include unlimited rides to and from all of their stops along all routes, and it's valid from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. There's also an evening pass where you can experience the beauty of the city at night for a discounted rate, valid from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. The multi-day pass, enjoy 3 days of unlimited rides, okay, and groups and private charters, discounts available for groups of 10 plus, or charter a boat for your private event and corporate gathering. Okay? From dock to destination, your adventure awaits. See mega yachts, mansions, and marine life. Tour the yachting capital of the world aboard our premier fleet. Use the boat tracker to board at any stop. Plan your adventure. Okay? Water taxi easily connects you to waterfront restaurants, local attractions, and nightlife. It has some of the places it stops at. Okay? And here it kind of shows you all the stops that it would take. Okay? Up from Pompano Beach all the way down through Hollywood. Okay? So as you can see, there are a lot of different stops along the route. And here you can actually scan for special pricing and offers, things of that nature. Okay. Now, is this interesting to you? Is this something that you think that you would really enjoy? In my opinion, I definitely think it would be worth it if you are considering going to any places along this route. Instead of traveling by car, it would be really nice to travel by boat to some of these destinations. It also helps you to kind of get everyone on board at once, you know, because you're traveling with a group of 9. Driving and taking transportation that way may be a little difficult for you. But if you all go on the water taxi and get off on your stop, not only is it efficient for you, but it's also fun, and you get to be on the water, which I know that you love. Yeah, okay. And we can discuss whether you're going to want a single day pass or the multi-day pass, because really this could help you travel throughout the city in a lot of different ways and over the course of many days, okay? Yeah, I'm so glad that you're interested in that. It's a wonderful part of the city. Okay, so now we're going to go over some other activities that we can do here. We have private pontoon and yacht parties, which is really super fun. Now, trip ideas, you can do a booze cruise, a sightseeing tour, Millionaire's Row, where you can see all the expensive mansions and houses along the water. We have the Fort Lauderdale Sandbar, the Sunset Cruise, brunch party, bar hopping, and BYOB. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. And for a larger group, it's really a wonderful activity to do because you can all do it together. So you can do from anywhere from 2 to 8 hours Okay, and prices do start at $175 per hour. Okay. If you are interested in jet skis, we do have jet ski rentals as well. Now, these are the official partners of the Gallery 1 Doubletree Hotel with their own private dock. It's rated the #1 jet ski rental in Fort Lauderdale on Google. Okay. New and fast jet skis right next to a 3-mile speed zone. Fully licensed, certified, and experienced instructors. Exotic jet ski rental options available for a premium. Okay, for 1 hour, it's going to be $115 per person, per jet ski. And for 2 hours, it is $199. Okay. So if you want a passenger on the back, it's going to be another $20. For gas, it's going to be $15 per hour, and they have some additional information down here. Now, another fun thing we actually have is Segway tours. So you can ride 4 to 8 miles through the yachts, mansions, and wildlife. Animal feeding experiences available. This is rated #1 of 343 tours and activities on TripAdvisor. Okay, the 1 hour rate is going to be $59, and the 2 hours is going to be $89. Okay, now do any of these interest you? Okay, so you definitely want to do at least an hour on the jet skis. Okay. Anything for the boats or the Segway tours? You would like to do all of them? Okay. Okay, so for the boat, what were you thinking? You want to do the sandbar? Okay, yeah. Now, would you prefer a private pontoon or a yacht? A pontoon? Okay. How long would I suggest? Sure. I would say for the sandbar, with that amount of people, I would do either 2 or 3 hours, especially if you're not going too far out, because the sandbar, you can get out of the boat, you can stand, walk around, and you'll be in a few feet of water, but you'll be able to, you know, walk around it. You won't be up to your chest in chest deep in water. And it's like a great place to eat lunch or like do something during the day like that. Okay, so 3 hours. And then the Segway tour, 1 hour, okay. I know, they really are unbeatable. These, they're all really fun. Okay, wonderful. Oh yeah, they do just have some celebrity clients. And they have a bunch of their TripAdvisor awards. Okay. Okay, so let's go over some of this information now. Okay, wonderful. So I want to go through and kind of list off everything that we gathered from the magazines and the brochures, and you're going to tell me everything that you desperately need to do, the things that you are not going to budge and compromise on that you have to do while you're there, and those are going to be the things that I make sure we put into your itinerary. And the rest of the items, I am going to definitely do my best to fit everything in, but if there's any that aren't in the ones that you really, really want, then I will just discuss that with you, but I'm going to make sure that you get all the ones and all the activities, restaurants, things to do that you want. Make sure those are top priority for you. Okay, so let's just go through. Okay, we have the Fort Lauderdale Sandbar pontoon rental, 3 hours. Definitely want to do that. the 1 hour jet ski, the 1 hour Segway tours. I would be the same way, don't worry. Okay. We have the food festival. Hell's Kitchen, the production. Okay. Yum Afloat. Okay. Wells Coffee Company. Yes, okay. Spuds. Electric Light Orchestra Experience. Yes. We have the Pineapple Jam on March 29th. Okay. We have the Paddle Pub Tours. Yeah. The Mind Arena Games. Okay. And the Water Jets. Okay. Now we have a lot of restaurants coming up here. So we have Colu's. Okay. We have the Rooftop at One West Los Olas. Catch and Cut. We have the Florida Derby on the 29th. Da Vinci. Yes, that's a very cool experience. The Jungle Queen. Okay. The Wharf. Okay. Trulux on the beach. Yeah. Sky Thai Sushi. Okay. Moxie's. And the Water Taxi. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for that, because that gives me a really good idea of everything I'm going to have to get in. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 100% doable for the time that you are going to be there. I like to say that you really want to shoot for 2 planned things a day, whether it be the restaurant you're going to, or the activity that you're doing during the day, or your breakfast plans. You always want to have 2 things planned, and then allow yourself the liberty to kind of go with the flow for the rest of the day, and kind of work around those plans that you have. So, and not all of these are destinations or locations, things to do. So we have like the Wells Coffee Company, that's something that's a little more short term than say the pontoon rental, you know? So, and like the Florida Derby, that'll be longer than the paddle pub tours. And the water taxi is something that you can do on multiple of those days. It's more of a transportation and also fun thing, so it kind of combines the two, but it's not something that you would be like doing on its own necessarily, so you can like fit that in to the other things that you're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm not going to go any farther with you today, but I do just want to let you know that my base price for doing this is going to be $250. Okay, and then for everything that we rent, I will let you know before I purchase it for all of the prices that are going to be included in this. Obviously, things like restaurants and free things will not require that, and things that you will be buying on the spot. But for everything that I book in advance that requires ticketing or purchasing some sort of thing in advance, that is something that I will handle for you. But like I said, you will know all those things before we do that. So if you would like to continue with this, I will get started and figure out the best way that we can incorporate all these things into your wonderful trip. Okay. Well, wonderful. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Do you want to actually hold on to these? Oh, no. I have plenty of copies of these. So this is the travel host. This is the one that we went through that had all of the like restaurants and events, things like that. Okay, take that with you. This is the Go River Walk month of March City Magazine for Fort Lauderdale. This also has a bunch of things that we went over. Okay, and then if you see anything in any of these that you think you missed, or that you want to do, or things that you don't want to do anymore after maybe reading more into it, please just let me know and I will get that all settled for you right away. Okay, and then we have the water taxi and the water activities. Okay, so here's this. Okay, so this is absolutely wonderful. Now I do just want to do one last thing. I just like to confirm that we're going to go through with this. So I'm just going to I'm just going to put the rest of your information in here. Basically saying what we did today, and then we're going to be moving forward. And can I just get some verbal confirmation that you are okay with my $250 base price? Okay, thank you so much. And this is actually going to be sent to your email. If you can just go through it and accept the agreement, you don't have to do it right now, but whenever you have time to just kind of take a look at everything, because it's going to just basically be a service agreement between the both of us, and also just goes through that I am going to be purchasing the tickets for you upon your approval, things of that nature. Okay? Okay, well I think we have everything that we need today. So how are you feeling about it? You feeling good? Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Okay, we'll be in touch. Bye-bye.